Hey there, everybody. I am Velocirix, and I am making a series of short videos to illustrate various in-game concepts and things you want to keep very much in mind when you are playing a game. Uh, we're going to call this initial considerations. This is a brand new, no mods game using my personal favorite Civ, Assyria. Um, and the game actually begins before the game begins, if that makes sense. So let's take a look at you've got a settler, right? And the first thing you need to do before you even start planning world domination is you got to figure out which family you want to give your starting city to, right? I mean, that's important. You kind of got to do that. So, with the Assyrians, even though there's four listed over here, you really only have two choices. If you're playing Assyria, you either want your capital to be champions or you want your capital to be hunters. Now, you only want your capital to be hunters if you are founding in an area with lots of camps and nets, and we don't have any of that here. So it's going to be the champions for sure. Uh, that was an easy decision for Assyria. It won't always be so clear cut, but in this particular instance, yeah, pretty cut and dried. Um, so we're going to found this as the champion city. The next thing we got to figure out then is which tile do we want it on. Now, one cool thing about Northern Oceans is the terrain is very, very punishing, and you'll notice we start with no resources. You need wood to grow an old world economy because farms, pastures, nets, and mines all require wood to get you going. Well, we don't have any wood. we got, I'm counting four forests and like half a dozen scrub tiles, which no longer grow back. That may come back later, but as of recording this video, scrubs no longer grow back when you cut them. So that's a one shot deal. So we don't have a lot of wood to work with. Now, since this is Northern Ocean's map, the terrain is pretty unforgiving, and this is probably an island. This may or may not be another island, or it could just be part of this. Don't know. I think knowing nothing about the map except for what we see here, I, I would. We already got borders going on to this. Yeah, see, if we move here, we get borders going on to this, and that could be helpful. Um, aha. But getting this sorghum is critical because we can't actually build pastures yet. So if we're going to do anything with this city, we're going to need this sorghum. So, and this is the best of both worlds. We move here, we get the sorghum, we keep access to this, and we gain access to this. Perfect. And that gives us two growth right out the gate, which will shave a turn off of our initial settler. Uh, yeah, we got no site B. So there's nothing else to think about on that front. So let's found it as the champions. Hmm. We do have a site B. Oh, and we got Danes, and we got a random tribe, and we got an ancient ruin. We only got six orders though, so we're not doing all that this turn. Um, so the next thing we got to do, a Shermanople is a single guy. He needs a wife. They need to start having kids. We have one female who's four, so there are no marriage age women here. So if we were to do a family marriage proposal, it would take two orders. If we were to do that, the game would randomly roll some eligible women who may or may not be great stats. Oh, we got two sorghum too. Sweet. Okay, good. Um, Not real happy about that. It's a crapshoot. We may get a decent wife. We may get a crap wife. We don't know. That's not worth 2 orders to me on the first turn. We got other stuff we got to do. Um, so let's look at some of that other stuff we got to do. Well, we could explore, but we already kind of know where we want to go initially, right? And actually, we want to go here, and I'll tell you why. Since we founded as champions, we want our next city to be a hunter city. This may be a great hunter city, but we don't know. We know it's got some lavender, and isn't that fun? But we know that this has got it's got a net and it's got a camp. So this is a hunter city right here. So this is where we want to go, right here. Now we do need to prep for that though. Well, we could shave a turn off the settler by putting a Sherbinople in as governor because he would get 2 growth. And trust me, if we do that, you'll see this drops to 5. Take a turn off. Um, I've played enough of these games that I can just tell you that, but I'll show you that if that's the route we go. In fact, let me show you that right now. We can always back it up. So yeah, so let's say we spend our 100 civics, and we put a Sherbinople in charge, and presto changeo, we're going to get a settler in 5 turns. Now, I don't know if I want to do that or not though, but I did at least want to show you that we could. See, I want to get this worker going because stuff we put on the map, that's forever. That bonus that a Sherbinople gives us, that's only good for as long as Sherbinople is alive. Which, I mean, hopefully that's going to be a long time, but we don't know. He could die tomorrow. We don't know. So I want to chop 1, move 2, and start to farm 3, right? I want to do that. Chop, that gives me 20 wood. Move, farm. So I think that's just a got to happen. Now we only got 2 orders left. So we could put a Sherbinople in as a governor, but we know we're going to fight down here, right? We know this. So since we know this, I'm going to assign a general to one of my units. And I'm going to pick this guy because he's young, 21. He'll give my warrior some XP. Nice. Um, Gets a bonus to attack, and when he gets hurt, which he will because he's a frontline guy, he'll bounce back faster. He's our guy. So that's done. So we've only got 1 order left. Now we physically can't put a Sherbinople in as governor, even if we wanted to. So I think, we got this scout. We could head up this way. I we don't. I don't want to send my guys down here blind. I want to know more about what this is. So I'm gonna spend my last move to do. Oh, and look at that! Look at that! Okay, so we were gonna kill him anyway, but now we get to kill him and gain uh, legitimacy, which is going to give us another order. Actually, watch, right? Yeah, no, it still didn't. This is 1/10, so that should go to 7. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know why it didn't, but regardless, we now know more about this area. Scout's safe because he's in the woods and invisible. We got 4 turns till this guy spawns another unit, and he will not be alive in 4 turns time. So that's a piece of cake. And this is where I'm going to stop the video. But I hope my goal is here is to if you're used to playing the game and you've kind of fallen into a habit and a pattern of just doing the same thing you always do because that's what you do on turn 1, I would advise not doing that. The first turn, in my opinion, is the hands down most important turn of the game. You do well on your first turn, you will set yourself up for success, and I believe we've done that here. But we did that by carefully analyzing all of our choices and making what was the optimal, or what I felt the optimal decision was with the prevailing conditions of this game. That's how you do it. And that's the kind of thought process I use every time I start a new game. So we're going to stop this video here. I will have another one in just a minute when we talk about approaching a barbarian camp. We'll do that as a separate video. But for now, I will leave you with it. See you soon.